NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's the opening round of the Peach Invitational. Hello, everybody. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're here in the state of Georgia getting ready to kick off the round here at East Lake Golf Club. It's been a permanent home to the Tour Championship since 2005. Golf course today set up as a par 70 for the professionals, usually a par 72 for the members. I'm excited to call all the action out on the course for you today. Setting up for a 210-yard shot here to the par 3. Back down now to hole number 6. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Really. This is an awkward length.
So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Getting set now over the putt. So that's a bogey, and now to 1 over par for the tournament. Now at the 7th hole, Frank, what are we looking at?
A dogleg left, but really you have to hit that ball down the right side. The reason why, it's away from the bunkers, and it's a better angle to this elevated green.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Clean this up with a tap. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Hole number 8, now another dogleg left. Set up here, 405 yards, par 4. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
Ooh, look at this, Frank. 600-yard par 5 here at the 9th.
It's tasty. You'd think you'd just comfortably smash a drive over there and reach it in 2. Sometimes it works out that way. But they just put a little lake that comes across, and that cuts in the fairway. So if you have hit an errant tee shot... Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
Huge, with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Still playing even for the day after the par. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course of the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It is the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner with Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. Fourth hole now, 440 yards. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Third shot, looking for a good one. And he's made the green.
Even par currently.
He'll take par and move on. Back on the tee here at East Lake, 5th hole, 520-yard par 4. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Now getting set for the approach here at the 5th hole at East Lake. Frank, what's the right way to go?
Well, if you've got a long club in hand, you can sort of bounce the ball and let the ball sort of turn to the left. Everything slopes from that back right corner to that middle left portion of the green.
I like the looks of this one. So he's hit it inside 30 feet, not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down. When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
And getting ready for the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a couple of feet. Frank, it's been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey.
Yeah, it's not exactly a small gap between that player there and the rest of the field. That gap's got to feel like the Grand Canyon right now.
The 6th green here at East Lake Golf Club, tracing back to the original Tom Bendelow design that opened back in 1908, built as the green for the par 5 16th. A Donald Ross rerouting 5 years later made it the target for a par 3 on the front 9. Birdie try up next. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. You're at the 7th now. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Here at the 8th, again, this is not an especially long hole, but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. The approach now at the 8th, and Frank, what's the right play?
This is one of the widest greens on the golf course. There's just a subtle ridge and terrain that sort of moves that ball from that left side to the right. When the flag's on the left, you have to keep it left. And when the flag's on the right, you can use the middle of the green to move the ball around.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That is a solid par putt. Now to hole number 9, 600-yard par 5, and it's the first par 5 of the round. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. And hello again, and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my pal Frank Nobilo. We are here in the wonderful state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round at East Lake Golf Club.
And what a great course it is too, Rich. Normally a par 72 for the members, but seeing we're going to play off the pros tee today, the 5th and the 10th hole, which are normally par 5s, will be reduced to par 4s, so a very strict par of 70.
Let's take it down to the tee. Excited to call all the action today out on the course for you. Moving on to the 11th here, 197 yards. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Has it now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. Now to the par 4 12. It's only 391 yards. So, Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually the green here, Rich. The whole hole slopes downhill. And when you look at the second shot into this green, it looks like it pitches back to front. But that's an optical illusion. When you get onto this green, it's actually relatively flat. But you'd swear the green slopes towards you.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. They appear to have the right number here at the 12th. It's a green light situation. Let's see if they can get after this whole location. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Settles in over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Just a little tap in here. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. This is a par 4 that will test the players. 476 yards, the 13th hole. And Frank, it's a good driving hole.
It certainly is. It plays closer to 500 yards because you're going uphill. Avoid the 2 bunkers on the left. That's a given there. You can see those off the tee. And that second shot, make sure you take enough club to carry that bunker on the left.
Good contact, good result. Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, here at the 13th, the approach shot, what do you want to accomplish?
Another one where you've got to get the ball up quickly, plus you're going uphill. Probably an extra club, and pitch that ball on the left of center.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Solid play, heart of the green. Just a couple of feet. He's made it. Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this too is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fairway to hit because of the pitch from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway. No fairway bunkers to worry about, but if you watch the Tour Championship over the years, you'll find the majority of the field live in that right rough. It's the most difficult part of playing this downhill par 4.
The approach now to the 14th hole. Frank, what do you look to do here?
It's the opposite of 13. Now you're going straight downhill, but the green slopes in the other direction, so don't get too cavalier here. You've got to pitch that ball just slightly short of the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Pure strike, good result.
Right, and that is close.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Frank well off the pace, but the true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get better. 3 rounds in the books, outside the top 10, going to the final 18. Frank, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're going to have to approach the final round in a couple of different phases. Try and be aggressive early on. If you do get a few birdies in the bank, you really still can fancy yourself with a chance to win. It'll all depend on that start tomorrow.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course to the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today. Now teeing off here at the 13th. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. These putts keep the round together. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Jordan Spieth, we have seen it, Frank. He is capable of catching fire. He's on the move, only a couple of shots back of the lead. Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Headed for the bunker. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. Safely on the dance floor. Even par currently.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left. And he makes it for a bogey here. All teed up at the 15th, the final par 5 on the course, sitting at just 525 yards. It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. Lay down.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
And he's made it onto the green. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4.
Another one that's downhill with the fairway sloping from left to right. Series of bunkers down the left side. It's not the end of the world, actually, if you go on those ones down the left. Every now and again, you'll see someone try and hit a driver and try and take them all out of play. Is that you?
Well, this is the point in the round where a player really wants to be focused, dialed in. Second shot here at the par 4 16th.
And coming off a downhill lie, so allow that ball to go a little bit further than normal and perhaps even take that extra kick.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Hit it. And he makes it for par. Over the last decade, the 17th at 455 yards with that water looming left has proven to be one of the most dramatic holes in golf.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause. Well, for such a strong man, weak putt.
Now I'll have to make this just to avoid making Michael Bublé and getting ready for the putt. Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Looks like he just misread that. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. So another tournament in the books, Frank, and what'd you make of this one?
Quality venue once again, Rich. The standard of courses we're seeing is excellent, and consequently, it's enabling the players to really play some great golf. So, I think golf's the winner today.